a real monoculture moment for gaming, not to go to tangent. I love this talk about GTA 6. I think if you were to define what monoculture moments, like TV and monocultural, so like defining a bit, like Game of Thrones is seen as a monocultural event in TV where we all watched Game of Thrones, we all got to the finale, we might have hated it, but we were all there, right? Going back to, you know, the end of Seinfeld and Friends, like these like moments in television that exist, or going to the movie side, Endgame. We all went to Endgame because we had spent 10 years watching Marvel movies.
Return of the King.
We were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? And this game is going to be so successful because it is a 3 to 4 generation spanning monocultural moment where I'm an elder millennial. I will be there day one. I was in high school. I tricked my parents to get me GTA 3. I played the heck out of it, loved it. An amazing experience, and then played Vice City in college, which is my personal favorite GTA, which is I'm excited to see that's where they're returning to. So like I'm the millennial generation, they have me. Arguably, they might have the Gen Xer, right? The Gen Xer, especially the younger side of that, was in college when GTA 3 came out, so they might have a relationship with GTA. But going the other way, I played GTA 5 when I was in, I was like my late 20s at this point, or something like that. So great. But then going younger, Gen Z, they grew up with GTA 5. This is their GTA. It's been their GTA for 10 years. They're the ones that have made the role-playing community so big. They're the ones that continually make it so that it's always number one on Twitch, or like one of the top games on Twitch, right? So this is like generation that GTA is the thing, right? GTA 5, and there's never been another GTA for them. And then going to the other side, Gen Alpha, are you like, you know, arguably they're going to want to copy what the Gen Zs are doing, and like they're the ones in high school now, like putting out a premium GTA, this becomes their GTA, right? So I think you just have so many generations plugged into this game that it's going to be just massive. And I think it'll impact, you said, I think you asked the question without asking it, can gaming impact other media in a negative way? Yes. Joke as you might, they moved Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Why? I would think partially because of GTA 6. I think Mandalorian and Grogu is in a weird spot where they're coming out adjacent to GTA 6. And their audience, they're hoping to go see the Mandalorian movie, is going to be the same audience that's going to be playing GTA 6. So they are going to be fighting for that attention cross entertainment mediums, right? But I think it's going to impact everything because I think there'll be an attention black hole that'll all shift to GTA 6 at that moment in time.
I love that. Yeah. That's crazy. It's again, you don't think about it, but it comes back to what you said at the very beginning, which is games are the biggest. I mean, I was actually looking up the entertainment numbers, and it's funny. I think I'm not totally sure on this, so don't quote me on it. I say as I throw this out into the internet, but mobile is half of games, just about. It varies some, but mobile's half of games. Take either mobile or your PC console space, and either of those individually is basically as big as, is it everything else combined? Like if you look at movies and that's like just half of gaming, and so it's and that's revenue, like, but that's also like time and attention, those things.
Yeah, totally. But and good thing for other forms of entertainment, like gaming is a perfect complement to doing something while they do that too, right? So I think like listening to music is the most easy proxy. Like I'm going to play a game, I'm going to turn on my Spotify as background noise. So, the music industry is still getting their kind of their attention nickel off of me because I'm going to do two things at once. Or people watch TV shows, like it or not, and they partially pay attention while they're playing their mobile game on the couch, right? So I'm going to play my
Netflix over here, some like relatively low touch game here that guy can just sort of do both at the same time.
Exactly right. So you can do multiple things at one time. You asked me another myth. I think one of the other myths, and like when you really like, we at Mind Game look at all platforms of distribution because we think all gaming is competing with each other, regardless if it's released on mobile, PC, console, Roblox. Like we think it all kind of fits in the same stew where everything competes with everything, right? And so understanding that the biggest games in the world are the ones that are all on every platform, right? So Minecraft and Roblox are the two biggest games in the world. And now you might argue, well, Roblox isn't a game. Roblox is like an app store within an app store, basically, which is true to some extent, to be fair. But like Minecraft, these black hole, games basically, they exist on everything. Right. It is only when you get to the third largest game per our tool, which is GTA 4 will have, or 6, sorry, will have some things to say about that. But like Guardian of Free Fire, and what did they do? They're a mobile first game, but what do? They own LATAM, India, North Africa, Southeast Asia. They are in every market that all other people in the industry don't pay attention to because it's not North America or Europe, right, or China. Like it's a big everywhere else, right? Monster game everywhere else. And then right behind that is Fortnite and Grand Theft Auto 5. So Grand Theft Auto 5, obviously not on mobile, but like Fortnite is, right? And famously now back on the iOS.
Right.
Good job, Tim Sweetie.
We appreciate what you did.
But the industry should absolutely appreciate what he did, because I've made this argument publicly. I think the industry will see more value than he will, because I think he was value destructive, which was a choice, and he sacrificed a lot. Maybe a better way to frame it. Tim Sweet and Epic sacrificed a lot so that the rest of the industry could shine, because they lost a lot of users. I don't think they'll ever get back on mobile with Fortnite, but the industry is better for it, and everyone should build him a gold statue outside of the video game museum or something. I don't know, because he and I think it'll have downwind impact across other storefronts. Let's say iOS was the first one. It's not going to end there, because the same question could be asked across a lot of different ecosystems of is this the right text that we should be paying?
Right. Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah.
Separate podcast.
Yeah.
It's a hot horse. It's a separate podcast. So yeah, I think platforms of distribution is a bit of a myth, and I think people need to think of how can our game potentially reach an audience everywhere if it can, right? And if not, that's fine. You can still find success, but note that the largest games that maximize the attention are the ones that exist on everywhere.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's funny. I made a post recently that said, I was trying to say, if you're making a brand new game, don't assume you're cross-platform unless you really want to commit to that, because it's insanely expensive and it comes with a bunch of constraints. It's hard to make a control scheme that works across all.
100%.
And yet, if you can do it, I think actually a lot of games would be better off doing something where they get successful on one and then they figure out how to go to the others. But regardless, if you feel like you could set it up from the start and your game, like a Hearthstone, I think is a great example of that, where it easily fits on a console, it easily fits on a PC. Like the control scheme is very approachable. It makes sense. It makes sense for you to be cross-platform. And like you said, it broadens the audience. And yeah, they're well set up to do that sort of thing. So there was one other note I wanted to say, and it's actually about the first myth you said, and it's really just reinforcing what you said. I talked with a guy named Graham McAllister. He studies vision in game development. So, and he views vision as the number one problem behind why games are failing. Is from a development side, the developers are not all aligned. The development side is not aligned with the publishing side, and he kind of pointed to the same thing you did, which is we tend to think in terms of these simplified audience groups, like you said, genre. Shooter players, and it's always funny to me because as somebody who is, yes, I'm in game development, but I'm also a gamer, as many of us are. There are shooter games I don't like, and yet I am dominantly a shooter player, right? Like Marvel Rivals, I tried it. It was fun. It's not for me long term. So I put my, few hours into it, and I was like, okay, that was entertaining. Got to run around as Captain America and Groot and whatever, try to be a tank, or, that's what I like to do in that sort of game. But then, I'm done. I'm going back off to play Tarkov and Balatro and whatever else, right? And a game called Cosmeteer on Steam. I'm playing all this other random stuff. Some of them are shooters, some of them aren't. But that idea that we can simplify down and say, shooters compete with other shooters, and then some people go, no, it's more nuanced than that. It's like tactical shooters and action shooters, and it's like, no, you're still missing it. Some tactical shooters I quite enjoy, some I absolutely can't stand, and there's something else there, and Graham's actually looking into this, and hopefully he'll be publishing his book, and that where he talks about what players are actually looking for and why it's different. But this idea that you can look at players as if they split into these genre buckets. I play RTSs, and I don't play racing games except Mario Kart, except Episode 1 Pod Racer, except blah, 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 and there's just this complexity in here. Each individual player is so much more nuanced than you sit in strategy bucket, or you are a flight sim person. That's not how it goes.
100%. And shout out Episode 1 Pod Racer.
What a game.
Outstanding classic.
What a game.
What a game. What a game. Probably the best thing about Episode 1.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Does this sound familiar? You're in a leadership role at a game studio. Everyone is busy working, no one has any time, but the actual game itself isn't in a good spot. Maybe it's the tech, maybe it's the lack of a validated prototype, maybe it's that every person seems to have a different idea about what we're trying to build. But you've got a job. There are reports to send, meetings to schedule and facilitate, the occasional season of performance reviews to go through. And everyone is always so busy. When you step back, it makes you wonder if everyone is just going to keep slowly walking towards the abyss until the project or game fails. Is this what it means to be a leader in games? In tech? To endlessly repeat the same sequence of meetings without really moving the needle? To spend hours trying to get Jira tickets and dashboards where they should be? To pretend that everything is fine when you know deep down it really isn't? It doesn't have to be this way. You can make a difference. You can help your team and game succeed, but sometimes you need a bit of help to get there. I've started a game dev leadership accelerator. It aims to level up leaders who see opportunities to make a difference but don't know how to capitalize on them. We'll walk through what it means to lead well and give you tools to understand your organization's challenges and implement changes to overcome them. Game dev is hard. Knowing how to lead will give you an edge. It will still be hard, but you'll be ready to tackle it. If you're interested, let me know below, hit the link. I hope to see you in the accelerator because I believe better leaders will help teams make better games, and I look forward to someday playing what you create.